You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
Howdy there, internet people. It's TN2M again.
I wish we were as well-mannered and articulate as Bo, but
Shout out to Bo from the fifth column, my nigga.
we just some ignorant niggas from the Midwest, so
It just be like that sometimes.
Hey, you don't give a fuck, so I'm gonna just do my little TN2M dance and shit.
No.
Fat.
No, what
Plug
you
on the iPhone
Yeah, stab niggas when we pull up.
with the Rona. Cough in your face, no mask.
Or some Mexican shit.
Oh, that would be some fucked. And you know that would be some fucked up shit for people to start doing, like to their enemies and shit. Like they knew somebody who had like corona, and like had them, like,
nigga to go cough on them.
No, like you would have like them niggas like spit or whatever into like, you know, like one of those like spray bottles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up on your enemy like, yo, guess what? What the fuck? You got corona, bitch. I'm out. And just run away.
Corona.
Oh man, that'd be fucked up. That gotta be a crime. That gotta be a crime.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a biological terrorist attack. You can't do that.
Biological terrorism?
Yeah, I'm sure that counts as that. I'm pretty sure that counts as that. If you knowingly give someone coronavirus, pretty sure that's like knowingly giving someone AIDS. That's like knowingly give someone anthrax.
That's not a terrorist event.
Yes, it is.
That's like, ain't that assault or whatever? Like,
and
like
terrorism, nigga. You could have fucked up the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
You knew you had it. You gave it to that one person, purposely didn't tell them. You gave it to them on purpose. And then they fucking went and fucked the whole neighborhood because they was just getting down how they normally get down.
That's just irresponsibility on their part. I meant to affect one person. Just because you decided to go out and be loose with yourself after that, after our contact that I initially gave you AIDS on purpose. That's
trying to make an argument for niggas giving people AIDS.
I'm not trying to make an argument for it. I'm just trying to tell you that it's not terrorism.
You can't give people AIDS, Joseph.
It's not terrorism.
It's not cool.
Bidrick.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Not. I'm willing to bet you could ask any lawyer.
Tell us that isn't. Like, I'm not going to have this.
I hope a lawyer listens to this podcast.
Conversation with you. Who's going to law school that listens to this podcast? That's not terrorism. And if it is, someone should sue for that. That's fucked up.
No, nigga. Like I said, that's like sending anthrax to a nigga and being like,
that's terrorism.
No, nigga. That was what you just said. What if a bitch gave you herpes and you didn't? She knew she had herpes. She was like, I didn't know the outbreak was that bad that day.
At least
had me horny.
I will tell you this. I'll give you attempted murder. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll argue that in court. Like, I will argue for that. Like, yo, we going for attempted.
If you are the one that gets herpes, if you are the one that gets herpes, you want a judge to tell you it's attempted murder on that bitch?
Can't you still get a license for attempted murder?
In some states.
Well, I want justice to be served. And now they have herpes pills now. So you good.
You a big Tarvey ass nigga. Type of nigga to get AIDS and just be like, well, whatever. Guess I got
it. I mean, what do you want me to do? Just be around and cry? Like, no.
You should be sitting around and crying. Yes, you should not be touching people. You shouldn't be touching yourself at that point. You might spread
you just don't want people to exist and be happy. You just don't want people to exist and be happy.
No, apparently, I don't want people to be diseased. I want people to be disease free. I want to live in a world where everybody can fuck each other.
If you contract a sexually transmitted disease,
hazard of disease.
If you contract AIDS or a sexually transmitted disease, not a heroin needle, I believe you were probably being happy up until the point that you caught the HIV. So, therefore, just got to get back to that happiness, man. Does not mean to go out there and still. No. It does not mean still go out there and slang like as much like 100% capacity of dick and or pussy that you were slanging. No,
No, the truth of the matter is God only created these things and let them exist because it's to punish you fucking heathens. All you motherfuckers out here living wrong and fucking out of wedlock and fucking on around on your baby mothers and your daddies and your pastors and whatnot and your sugar daddies, you know who you are. You gonna stop that shit. God don't like it. That's why it exists. So when you bring it back to that nigga, he can kill you in a crime of passion and get off in court later because it's a white state and man is probably white.
Patrick, you just described all of the heathenous things that you do.
I'm not a white man.
No, that's what makes it worse in America.
I've never been accused of any crime of the sort.
Not yet. You ain't
Not
got enough
ever.
money. Nah, you ain't got enough money yet. Wait till you get that first 15 million, see what happens. These white women gonna come back to haunt you, just like Bill Cosby.
I wouldn't be surprised at that, but the claims would be so unfounded that they'd be like, bitch, get out of here. like I can definitely see a few. I get that first 15 million. I can see a few of them coming like, this nigga was like,
I'm about to say, like, don't delete everything off your laptop then.
cancel that. No,
Like,
I don't delete shit.
Yeah,
Cancel that.
I'm about
I
to
got
say,
shit
like,
from
you
15
keep your
years
proof
ago
of
in this
purchases,
computer,
my
boy.
nigga. Keep your proof of purchases every time you purchase a prostitute. Get a receipt.
I screenshot the weirdest things. Stop playing with
me. Fuck, who the fuck are you? Let's get to the shit.
Y'all know who I be. I'ma always be it. Live from the house of the man with what does it dick hanging where in the halls of Valhalla. Shout out to Assassin's Creed. I might snipe your ass with an arrow. If you don't know, you won't know. From the womb to the motherfucking tomb, I'ma be the motherfucking man. Always and forever. It's your boy, Busy 9-3. Some call me Busy Black. Some call me AKA the motherfucking Can't Go Don. Some call me Kwame Khalifa. Some call me the Carolina toe sucker. And I ain't from North or South. Some call me Young Norm Hall. Some call me Young Busy Slice. Rest in peace, Kimbo. Grizzly Busy, if you know, you know. AKA Busy Terrence. He's Philip. I myself, though, will fart on you. Not in Little Caesars, but in what will be known as my place of rest, the Versace store. I'll fart on you in that bitch while he laughs at you and then farts on you afterwards. AKA Mr. Fact Check Yourself, because I always say something inflammatory on purpose by accident. You know what it is. AKA Mr. Litty Tube City. You know why?
Because fresher than a bag of new 50s?
I'm fresher than a bag of new 50s. Why is that, sir?
Because you clean?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And yes to the people, if you were wondering. AKA Mr. Fago with no ice. AKA Mr. Run Through a Motherfucking Face. Shout out to Beast Mode. AKA Busy Waldorf, because you know. I'll spit on you from the nosebleed section, the Little Caesars Arena while your grandparents watch you bomb on your set while you rap or tell jokes. We don't care. We laughing and spitting, motherfucker. AKA Mr. My pullout game strong. Stay 6 feet away. This pandemic ain't over just because they got a vaccine. Don't mean shit. Black people do not trust it. AKA the sophisticated Jew. AKA Mr. Throw the whole bitch away. AKA Busy Soze, little big shot. The busy tiki torch Nazi daughter slayer. That mean I'm slinging dick on these white hoes while they daddy racist. They don't want to bring me home. AKA Muhammad motherfucking Clay. You know why I'm the walking contradiction. And to square this all up for y'all, I am the distinguished degenerate, sometimes known as Captain Dr. Science. This is not a lab coat, just a regular Hanes t-shirt, but I'm flying it. You dig?
You a regular ass Midwest nigga with a black t-shirt and a Carhartt beanie in the wintertime.
It's a perm under this, bitch. Don't get it twisted. It's a perm under this. I said leg. And your bitch like it, nigga.
Don't you dare disrespect my wife like that. I'll punch you in the motherfucking face, you you fucking hugger.
Ain't gotta be your bitch. It could be any one of the niggas' bitches that take it personally. In fact, you took it personally. It says a lot about you. Who are you?
You said it to me, you stupid dick.
Bitch, we talking to the world. I ain't talking to you specifically at any given time on here. Unless I'm addressing you specifically. Nigga.
You said the words you. Anyway.
That could be them, though.
Whatever. Hailing from the home of bitch and tequila, 50 cent margaritas, and cartel dealings where you can get all of your drugs and any type of needs of from top to bottom and all this disgustingness. It's your A1 on the mic, motherfucking Jose Ortega, aka Tequila Papi, aka Martin Quarantino, aka all Jews and white people owe me money. Why, Mr. 93rd?
Because they stole that thing called the culture.
You thieving white motherfuckers, and sometimes orange. AKA the dopest thing since fentanyl cut heroin. AKA Joey Left Wrist. AKA the Pod God. AKA Lil O. I'm the biggest thing on all your streaming services, you bitch. AKA me and your girl point and laugh at you when Busy Spit hit you at Little Caesars and your grandmother's having a heart attack and your matter of fact, we're gonna bring Auntie into this too. Auntie's giving Dome in the back, and then she just had a fentanyl overdose because I walked past her. AKA, there's God, Fly God, and then there's me, the Pod God. Praise the Holy Trinity, you bitch. AKA the reason your girl has whiplash. AKA Overtime Ortega. AKA Tony juggling the speakerphone. Sometimes I'm mad and might do a terrible deal, but God damn it, God bless cocaine. AKA 2020 Space Ghost. AKA the Improper Disciple. AKA Debo Yo. AKA RIP to Debo. AKA Rolly and his faceless. Why? Because I'm tasteless. I ain't got no class for you hoes. AKA Tito Lee. AKA Washington Irresponsible. AKA Say Mysterio. AKA Kush Crusader. AKA Healthy and Married. COVID's free. You feel me? Slanging responsibly. And AKA the Petronome. You don't even know about that one. You don't even know about that one. I'm out here in this episode 135, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media, another week in the shits. What's good?
What's up? We back at it like a motherfucking crack addict in your attic, you dig?
You know what? As this year has progressed, I've figured out ways now to get over my hatred of Kanye a little bit because shit just be funny now.
Starting with this, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with it because I think it's funny. I think it's funny, but
you have more information on this than me, as goes the pre-show meeting. So you have to inform me of this, Mr. Ortega.
Well, Kanye West has been bragging about how he a billionaire now and how he ain't had no money like 3 years ago. And
I know he said he paid his debt off, and then God made him overly abundant, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, God made him super rich. And then he went on to this Joe Rogan shit and then was like, decided I want to bring the world into his mind of building a monastery the size of stadiums. He was going to pretty much create the Yeezy coat
which I wasn't against personally.
I was up for all those ideas.
You not was necessarily Kanye leading
with the Holy Jesus Bible. You would have been the first motherfucker in line for one. Don't play.
I made that clear after he said that. When we talked about it, I said I think these are great ideas, just not with Kanye at the head of them. I made that very clear.
Look, he's trying.
Go back. Do your history.
He was gonna create the Yeezy. All right, look. He was gonna create the Yeezy coat. All right. He already had his Yeezy coat hymns, okay? He already had.
They weren't bad.
Never listened to them, not a single record. But I'm on a Yeezy boycott. That's just how I feel about life. But that has nothing to do with this. Now, the choir that he had used, whatever this choir is called, I'm gonna call him the Yeezus choir. The Yeezus choir. The Ezekiels. Oh, that's hard. That's hard. Oh,
I like that. The Yeezy.
You know what?
He might watch him steal that shit in 2 years. Watch.
I'm about to say, like, for all you niggas that rap, like, that on some real shit, that listen to this podcast, I be giving y'all niggas bars that y'all could be flipping off and shit. I'm gonna just stop speaking. Y'all don't have to start paying for this shit on Patreon or something. I'll be giving niggas ideas. Nigga, I could fuck up the game. Man, y'all don't niggas don't want me to rap.
You need to be a sponge and stop playing yourself.
Man. Anyway, the Ezekiels, these like that he used as a choir to record his Jesus is King and what was the other one?
The choir album. Yeah, it was a full choir album.
Yeah, it was, and then it was like
Sunday service. Anyway, Sunday service. That's what it was.
Whatever. The choir he used, the Ezekiels, who are technically artists and are credited with the works that they did for these albums, failed to receive
They
that
weren't that
royalty.
credited on the album, if I remember. But what?
Nigga, the fuck? the fuck? You had to give me my goddamn credits? Fuck you. It's like, goddamn Yeezus. Anyway, so they didn't receive.
Time out. How many times have we fully credited name for name or group for group a choir in terms of hip hop? Not that was hip hop, it was gospel. But how many times have we not credited the choir and the nigga just you might pay them behind, you assume you would pay them behind the scenes because they're not credited. But how many times you hear a surprise choir in a record, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's what that needed, but you ain't even know it was a choir on the record.
Nigga, you can hear the choir on the record. It's clearly there. The fuck you mean?
In that instance, yes, but I'm saying he comes from hip hop. I'm not surprised that nigga would be like, yeah, it's the choir, whatever.
Yeah. So
he produced it. I think. I don't know if he wrote the words for it or not for the choir, but I know the Sunday Service album was just a choir. I think it was a whole choir, the whole album, and then it was Kirk Franklin on a song leading the choir on one of the songs. And then it was the Jesus King joint that had like
they're asking for $1 million in unpaid wages.
How many
and
people
I feel like if you a billionaire, I feel like if you're a billionaire and you've been braggadocious about it, that's cool and shit. Stunt, you know what I'm saying? If you got your $1 billion, even though I hate you as a person, that's cool, fine. But it's $1 million. You could give that to them.
Yeah.
You give away, so you claim millions of dollars worth of Yeezy merch. Do not pay these niggas in Yeezy merch. Pay these niggas the $1 million in wages that you owe. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Because guess what? Kanye West is going to be producing or co-producing with the Neptunes Pusha T's new project that's coming out.
What does that have to do with this?
What I'm gonna say, hold up. And goddamn it, he's going to expect Pusha T to pay him pay them for for their production. And they're going to receive their cash.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a discrepancy in that.
No, not at all. Not at all. So with this being said, with the motherfuckers you like that you are pretty much saying are the seedlings to what is going to be the arena-sized choir of the Yeezy Montessori. Right. You can't pay them niggas just $1 million in unpaid wages, even if you were the person that'd be like, damn man, I forgot to pay them niggas that. Or
which is arguable
them niggas,
too. That's possible.
Yeah, that is arguable. That's arguable. Or you didn't do it at all, or notice at all that they were like in some type of way, or saw that you're like, oh shit, we owe them. Damn, cool. It's $1 million. The fuck you mean? This is not a big deal. But I feel like it's one of those things that is principally it's not. It's a big deal because this nigga so far up, and the Yeezy are pretty much supposedly the followers of Kanye.
That's every lawsuit.
And then getting paid to do the job.
Yeah. But that's every lawsuit, isn't it? Like, yeah, I could just give you the money so you shut up and go away, and I might have forgotten it. But the fact that now you want to sue me, now I do feel offended. If I do have the money and I did owe it to you and you want to give, okay, okay, maybe I don't want to give it to you now. Because maybe the way you went about trying to get it from me because I forgot legitimately, maybe I feel offended.
But here's the thing though. What if I feel offended because now I know that I'm supposedly a part of this $1 million worth of settlement that is supposed to be owed to us, but we never got because Mr. Yeezus decided not to pay us.
Big Sean could sue him for the same thing. Wasn't that just a story? Wasn't that just a story that Big Sean, or he owes Big Sean like $3 million or something? Wasn't that just a story? Big Sean could sue that nigga too, right? Granted, this choir is not Big Sean. So Big Sean probably not tripping about the $3 million. He probably like, it's my man's, I'll get it eventually. He probably not tripping about it. But
no, you know I'm tripping about that shit. Nigga, I stab you. Where the fuck my money?
It depends on how that 3 million is owed, though. If it's 3 million directly, or if it's just 3 million from like some shit that was left over from an album that was supposed to go to you and it never went to you, and we just used it for some other shit because we was doing some other shit, I can see that just going by the wayside. And Big Sean as an artist not thinking about it, and Kanye not thinking about it. I can see that happening. Just on some artist shit, I can see that happening. On some business shit, if I'm Big Sean's manager now, I'm like, ain't you gonna talk to him about that at some point? Like,
in the famous words of one of the most gorgeous women to ever walk on the planet Earth, bitch better have my money. Straight up. If I found out that you're in possession of funds that are mine,
I feel that.
It's one thing. If I know you straight up, if it's me and you, for example,
right,
and I find out that you in possession of like same case, 3 million of my cash that should be owed to me, whether you refusing to pay it or not or whatever, I don't know yet. But I'm not going to just jump to
like, doesn't that kind of guide the
I'm not going to
jump
lawyer on the. I'm not going to say jump straight up, be lawyer on the phone. I'm gonna give you that call first, like, yo.
I mean, that's the adult thing.
I done had some like, yo, you my mans, so I want to know a story because there's been some shit been looked at on some books, and nigga, you owe me some shit. Like, I did some like some little piddly shit. Like, you owe me some shit, bro.
See, now, my question,
my thing. No, wait. Now, okay. It's either you can just settle this and shit, and that's cool, or we can make a petty situation out of it, which I don't want to do because I don't want to fuck up a friendship. So, can we just? How are we gonna go about this?
Well, I think if it was me and you made that phone call to me, I would be, depending on my knowledge and the situation and my knowledge of the situation, I would be wondering first who you heard that from. But then B, my next thing would be, okay, well, let's square it out and figure out what you're talking about. And then if what you're talking about is valid, get your money. But if not, who the fuck did you hear that from? And stop talking to that nigga.
No,
but that would depend on the situation. Like I said, with a Big Sean Kanye thing, I kind of see it. But like a Big Sean or Kanye choir situation, I see it a little less. You know what I mean?
I mean, I really don't believe that Kanye is personable with everybody in his choir any motherfucking anyway. Like, I don't.
I feel like it's the choir. That was my point. It's the choir.
So here's my thing, nigga.
To the choir.
Who give a fuck, nigga?
They're not important. Not that they shouldn't be paid.
Who give a fuck? You owe me a check. Period. And if we not cool like, and if we not cool like that, and if we not cool like that and shit,
yeah. Not that it matters how many people it's between, but I mean, just the fact that you owe me the money, But still, like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, that's just, I feel like that's like, depending on how he made that album, because I don't believe Kanye wrote those records, honestly.
Kanye don't write no records.
He writes some of them, I think. These two albums we're
Travis
talking about,
Scott, Sci-Hi, and them joints.
You don't think he wrote what's that shit? I'm a quick fuck. I like the quick fuck. I'm a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick. You don't think he wrote that shit? You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. I'm not giving Lil Pump that credit.
No.
Lil Pump couldn't write more than 2 words in the same cadence about the same thing.
I bet Bread Sci-Hi wrote that shit.
I think Kanye wrote that.
Maybe
if Kanye hasn't wrote one song in a few years, he wrote that song.
He doesn't write anything.
I think he does. Now, the gospel albums, Jesus is King, his verses, I'll argue that. The Sunday service, the words that were actually said on the album and credited to him, I don't believe he wrote them.
The book of Ezekiel?
I think he made the beats, or or I think he put the orchestration together is what that would be, or the instrumentation together. I think he put that together, but I don't think he wrote them lyrics that the church sang, because it was a gospel album. It was an album about God, bro. It was a Kanye West album about God. It wasn't it had nothing about Kanye in it. It wasn't about how bad my bitches is. None of that. Or Kanye so great. Compare him to God and none of that shit. It was just praise Jesus. And then Jesus is King was a mixture of that.
Look, son.
I don't know.
Look, son.
And I haven't heard all of neither of these albums all the way through. But I've heard them enough to be like, I feel like that's a solid take on them.
These are going to be albums that I'm never going to ever listen to for any reason under the sun, not on any day of the week, not on Christmas, not on my birthday, not on Jesus' birthday, not on any day. So my thing is people should get paid. But moving on, we can move on off this. We can move on off
Oh,
this.
wait. Before we go any further, we should have said this at the top of the shit after the AKAs. Because we need to segment this shit a little bit better, especially for shout outs and RIPs. But RIP Debo, man. And RIP old girl from Eve. We lost like a couple of black legends this week, but those two were the main ones for sure.
Debo.
I think they caught MO3 Killer.
About time. God damn.
They caught him.
With the fucking 2 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks, yeah. They
like
caught
Jesus
MO3
Christ.
Killer. They caught a couple people. I think it's been a lot of bullet, man. Just in hip hop, this has been one of the more. I see with Nick. I don't know if we really touched on that the way I wanted to a couple weeks ago with Jim Jones and that, but like arguing with the veteran about hip hop being one of the most dangerous jobs right now. But I don't. If you know hip hop, I think you kind of can see that.
It definitely is.
It's been more dangerous in the last 2 years, 3 years than it has been in the last 15 years, 10 years for sure. 10 years for sure.
Yeah, I really
15. 10, 15.
When did Soulja Boy get in?
09. That's why I say I argued 15. I'd lean on the higher side of 10. Because shit been kind of smooth the last 10 years. It wasn't a lot, but the last 3 maybe, it's been hectic. And this year, nigga, it's been 12 niggas done died this year alone that was legitimate up and coming rappers that were good, decent, good rappers. Not just niggas that was just by the waist, like good rappers, like niggas that was actually spitting about some real shit and talking about something.
Soulja Boy.
Big Draco.
I blame Soulja Boy. I blame because
Soulja Boy just changed the game again this weekend. How dare you accuse Big Draco of being the downfall of hip hop? He just showed niggas how to get another bag over the weekend. Is you serious? I don't see Shad doing that.
Shad ain't got no money.
About I'm still on tour. It's a pandemic. You ain't touring nowhere, nigga.
Shad ain't got no money like to do nothing with.
Shad got money. Shad just
DeAndre Way.
He rich broke.
DeAndre Way, nigga. It's fucking like I don't like using use this term lightly on podcasts, but he's fucking retarded. All right.
DeAndre Way is one of the best things hip hop ever got that we forgot.
No,
never
DeAndre Way is responsible for half of these niggas out here that think that they gangster and shit, rolling around toting a tool and shit. That ain't really thugs for in the game, yeah. And because these motherfuckers
don't put that on D. Don't put that on D. Yeah. Don't put that on Big D. Pause, nigga.
And then I shot that nigga. Like, bah, 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 bah. Came up over, lifted up his mask and shit. And saw who he was. And was like, I shot that nigga again. Like, bah. Screaming at shit.
That's hip hop. All you doing is re-illustrating hip hop history. That's all you re-illustrate. This hip hop history.
And
shout out to that. Not shout out. I dare not say that. But
he is the reason.
You know where that interview happened.
Is responsible for 99, like I would say 90% of the fuck niggery that has been occurring in hip hop ever since. Because
I can't give it. I can't put that all on Big Draco.
A lot of these niggas have the same type of intro entry into the game and flow into the game as far as the way they make their music and who they construct their shit to. These niggas all usually have the same fucking MO. But also, I think a lot of
What
these
do you mean
motherfuckers
specifically? Because Draco and Chris Brown came in dancing and singing, and then they became gangsters, and then they became like, yo, it was like, oh shit, can you?
Well, Chris Brown's being like both of them niggas is being extorted by gangsters.
You gonna fuck with
both of them niggas? Both of them niggas is being extorted.
Are we saying that? I don't know if Chris Brown is being extorted. I believe Draco may have been extorted at one point. I don't know if Chris Brown is getting extorted. Not because it's Chris Brown, but because family.
Game in so many words said that like on record that like he know that fucking like that nigga's been extorted.
Game says a lot of shit. Game just said Game just said this week, motherfucker. If yes, rap is the most dangerous job on earth, nigga. If you a new rapper, what's my up? He said this shit in the tweet. He's like, yes, rap is the most dangerous job on earth right now. And if you're a rapper, people ask me, what's my advice to up and coming rappers? Nigga said hashtag stay in the house. It's not terrible advice, but I mean, you know, everybody can't master the interwebs and whatnot.
But here's the thing, like, and I don't like maybe because of who I hung around and like who I looked up to when I was a kid. I knew niggas who had like jewelry and shit, like really nice watches, diamonds and shit glistening. But you only see them niggas pull that shit out on a certain occasion when they was in a room like with motherfuckers that they was really, really, really comfortable with.
See, that's not true in my experience. In my experience,
I'm saying the niggas that really had it. But I know plenty of niggas that's gotten their shit like taken off their motherfucking chain, like off their neck, popped in the motherfucking eye and ran for their yays, nigga. Like exclusive Jordans ran off their motherfucking.
For those,
and these are just these are just regular niggas because they like that people just see us like, oh, that nigga got a little bit of money.
Little bit of money.
Yeah, a little bit of money. But when you talk about when you see a nigga that you have no loyalty to. And that nigga trying to come through it like purposely, you come out with like 250,000 in fucking jewels on your neck, a Lambo on your wrist, and you ain't got to show no loyalty to that nigga. And that nigga walking around looking like a lick, nigga. You just got a fucking $230 check from Burger King, nigga.
I mean, it depends. That's what I was trying to get at. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
we come from that era. We come from that era in Detroit, at least, where nigga you could get your motherfucking yay snatched just for having them. You ain't gotta be nobody. You bought a
you
pair
ain't earned
of
your buffs, nigga. Then
if a nigga feel like he can take them bitches off your face and keep it pushing, he gonna do it. Like, and had a lot of niggas have done, like thousands of niggas have done that.
The news clip from the Versace.
A lot of dead niggas that have done that. It's a lot of alive niggas that have done that.
The news clip from the Versace tape that Bodie used and shit for that project. Shout out to Bodie. Like, I know niggas who aren't from Detroit who listened to that album was like, yo, that shit really happened? I was like, nigga, I was like
every weekend.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, I was like 4 blocks away, I think, when that incident happened. Like, I'm like, yo, this happens all the time. Like, niggas go down every weekend to the fucking Riverwalk, get their yay snatched. That's going.
I was about to say, come downtown or come downtown and come to Fairlane with me in 2010, 2011.
Woo! Boy, niggas was getting their shit snatched up. So you know what I'm saying? If you wasn't with your hands,
I might snatch your shit.
You ain't got your shit strapped, nigga. It's like somebody come run up for you and take your shit, nigga.
For real.
Like I know niggas who like the same like who stolen buffs, nigga. That like the buffs that they had on their face belong to 6 different niggas. Mm-hmm. So like they just happen to be the 7th nigga to wear it.
Nigga stole it from him. That stole it from him. He let his mans wear it, and then he got it stolen from him. He got it stolen from him, and then
this nigga left his shit. Left the shits at his bitch house and shit. Her brother stole them shits, nigga.
And then nigga got him, and now that nigga got it.
Yeah, now this nigga got it. Like it's a whole fucking story to this shit. So it's like it be some shit. But now, like you're saying, like now you walking around, nigga, with the equipment. You walking around on you just in accessories, nigga, rings, jewelry, bracelets, watch, earrings, all that shit. You walking around just on that 3 Ferraris worth. Nigga, if you don't,
it depends on the buffs, but yeah.
Nigga, if you don't fucking run that shit right the fuck now and try and fight.
Depending on what you looking like and who you are, you definitely look like food. For sure. You look like food. You look like a good meal and a half to a nigga. For real.
And first off, how much?
I've been that nigga that was with them niggas that was plotting on them niggas. I know what it looked like.
And for hungry niggas on the real, my nigga, are you like, how often does it that 500,000 just walk past you and shit that you could take?
Fuck 500,000, nigga. This Detroit, nigga. Let 20,000 walk by me.
I'm talking about for rappers. I'm talking about same. But I'm talking about
especially for rappers, nigga. Let 20,000 walk by me.
That's what I'm saying. There's danger just in that, nigga. But it's like when you get on, what you gonna tell somebody? Don't stunt.
Not saying I'm gonna do it, but I'm saying that's what a nigga feel like. That's how niggas feel sometimes when they see another nigga.
You know what I'm saying? But like I've also told people who are from Flint, who got who wear buffs and shit, like knocking a nigga out in Flint and getting their buffs ran ain't really a thing. It's not like,
I think that was a mainly Detroit thing. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah,
first off,
wait. It's a mainly Detroit thing. It might be an Atlanta thing too, because they rock, and it might be an Atlanta and Oakland thing. Those, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, those. Let's not get it twisted. Cartiers are just a worldwide known brand. The fact that these 3 cities, in Detroit especially, and probably first,
definitely number one.
Probably Detroit first. Like we were first ones that made that a thing. We said
we made it a thing, and
you put all the niggas from Detroit that moved to Oakland and
Atlanta took the shit with them,
which is natural. It's natural. We can't be mad at that. But
not swag.
It's a lot of shit that everywhere steals from. They know where they got that shit from. They know where it came from. They know when a nigga talking about putting what is it? What a nigga say when you got the all white buffies, you got the hoes wanting to fuck me. That's an old reference for you niggas. Yeah, if you know what the buffies is, then goddamn. And if you don't, then you might figure it out if you come to Detroit.
I've told niggas who can walk around with they buffs on, like here in Flint. Yo, you go to the city, don't wear them shits without no strap. No, I'll keep it 100. Like, I've sold guns to people when I was selling them, but like, yo, niggas be like, yo, I'm about to go to the casino tonight and shit, and with they buffs on when they saying this, and I'm like, yo, take this with you.
Not for nothing.
When you go, take this with you. Why? Cause them shits, somebody gonna see them shits on your face, and the person I'm talking about had diamonds on their shit.
So I'm saying,
and I'm like, oh nigga, there's somebody gonna see your shit. You gonna stop you can stop in a liquor store and think that you good, and think that you good, trying to get a fifth of Patron before you go to the fucking club. Yeah, that shit turned into a real bad fucking event.
I don't know.
Like, so
maybe
that's just for yays though.
Maybe fellow Detroiters can help me with this question, because I do have a question. I've always had a question about that. Is it just the buffs that are worth something or look like they worth something that is what make a nigga look like food to a nigga that's on that tip? And I say that because I've seen niggas on that tip get niggas for buffs that's like, they nice, but you could tell a nigga put some money in that shit, right? You know it's thousands of dollars on his face. You know it. Mm-hmm. But like, my rest in peace, my brother, for instance, shout out to Smiley. Rest in peace to Smiley, my nigga. Like, Smiley would walk around downtown. We walk around Southwest. He was keep a pair of prescription buffs on. And they wasn't nothing special. It was just some woods. Just woods. And if you're from Detroit, you know what they mean. It's just some woods.
The plain Janes.
Plain Janes. You know what I'm saying? The
plain Janes.
Yeah, it was just some regular nigga. And we walk around with that all the time. You know, we traded him off a couple times. I walk around with him on. No problems. I've never had a problem with buffs. I'm looking into it right now. Honestly, these are a pair of Ray-Bans right now. Y'all that know me know if you've been watching this podcast for a while, I'm a Versace nigga myself, but I had to go where my money was at the moment. I'm looking into some yays, nigga. I'm not. You gotta be a certain type of nigga. You gotta be a certain type. I feel like you gotta be a certain type of nigga to be scared to wear some yays, and you gotta be a certain type of nigga to wear a certain type of yays.
My thing is, it's like be prepared for what comes with it if you have a pair of yays on. Like my recommendation is if you don't want to possibly get embarrassed and stuck up or like knocked out for your yays in the city of Detroit, Oakland, or Atlanta, you might want to have a gun on you. Might want to. Or you might just want to have to be one of those like UFC niggas who can like do like the Ken kicks and shit from Street Fighter and shit. Like if you can do one of them, then you good. Outside of that, nigga, be prepared with it. Don't just think that you can just go into the slummiest of the slums and be like, yo, I can have 15 grand on my fucking face and think that somebody's not gonna punch you for it. Even a nigga that just got a check for like 2 bands, nigga, working in the factory, doing good and shit, nigga, walk past you and be like, that's 15 bands on a nigga
for them motherfuckers. That boy didn't work 9 months for them motherfuckers, and you just snatched them.
Nigga, if you don't give me this shit right now, like
it's rough.
Like nigga, that's and we're making this as a Detroit conversation about yays.
Oh, we definitely clipping this out. I wouldn't be surprised if this went viral because I feel like this is how every nigga in Detroit feel about yays. Or if you've had the experience, you know the experience, you know what it is to be in that situation. I feel like a lot of niggas can relate to what we're talking about right now.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. The smartest niggas that I knew when it came down to yays, in my experience, was the niggas that was knocking niggas out to sell them shits. Yeah. I admired that nigga because he knew it was like, yo, I had to knock somebody or stick somebody up for these shits.
Yeah.
If I go around rocking some of these hoes, you know what I'm saying? I now fall into the same trap of the same shit happening to me. So instead, I'm going to make a lick off this shit and actually sell. If these shits is like 10 bands, nigga, I'm going to sell them for 8.
Yes, sir. That's
now I got 8 bands worth of shit. And all I had to do was pull my gun, my knife, or punch a nigga in the face. That's it.
And sometimes you might have to do that. Because everybody know about what?
I was about to say, too. Let's make it abundantly motherfucking clear. Detroit City, my hometown, we are the kings of knocking a nigga's jaw off. Specifically, if you notice, think about the fights that you've seen in your life. Niggas have gotten their jaws knocked off and then gotten their shit ran off their face. We not gonna punch you in the eye, my nigga. We don't fuck up the product. You getting your jaw rocked.
We going straight
and then you getting your shit ran, and that's
we definitely go straight for the knockout.
Nigga,
every time.
Nigga.
If we miss it, it's like square up then. Fuck
nigga.
It, go. Nigga,
if Floyd Mayweather grew up in Detroit instead of Grand Rapids, nigga, he probably would be one of the greatest knockout artists of all time, nigga. He probably be playing on the offensive fuck defense. I'm gonna keep it 100. Somebody my
I don't
size,
know if we can
I'm the average size. I'm the average size male, nigga. I'm the average size male. I guarantee you, if you from fucking Connecticut, you can be 250. I'm gonna knock your ass clean the fuck out. Like it's real here. It's real.
I just,
Trick didn't have to hit Berg that hard for that motherfucking Decepticon check. He didn't.
Stop it.
He did not
stop it. That's Hitmaker. I want to beat. Stop it.
Why?
Stop it. Because it's Hitmaker. Stop it. I want to beat, nigga. Stop it. I need a beat from that nigga. Stop it. Stop it.
That's the wrong hit.
No Young Berg slander, nigga. Stop it.
No. You know what? Through some of my good rap connects, nigga, I'm gonna get you linked up with Hit Boy. We're not doing Hitmaker. We're not doing that.
I need Hitmaker, bro.
Nah.
I got a couple joints for Hit.
George gonna have a couple Hitmaker tracks. Can't even call that nigga
Berg no more. I got a couple joints for Hit. I call that nigga Hitmaker now.
Did he ever get that chain back?
Who cares? What, we still talking about that? Stop talking about that.
No, it's like no, because it's
how did we get
valid
on Cartiers, nigga? First off, how did we get on Cardis? How did we even get on Yays?
because we were
with?
talking about the dangers of just being like a rapper in the game, and my thing was if you just a walking lick, nigga, like, and so we got to Cartiers and shit. But yeah, if we talking about
Fuck you.
young,
Technical difficulties.
yep. But yeah, if you walking around, you're a walking lick as a young teenage, or I wouldn't say teenager, a young adult in your 20s, never had no money in your motherfucking life. Now you had some now you done came into millions because of your craft, which is rap or as a musician. You're not gonna tell that young nigga don't wear jewelry. You're not gonna tell that nigga don't buy a nice car. And even if you do, that young nigga is gonna look you right in the face and be like, "Get the fuck out of my face! Fuck you! I had nothing yesterday. I have something today. I am stunting, nigga."
At least for the moment.
Right? So that alone creates its own danger, nigga, because you're gonna try and pull up and you gonna try and pull up on your homies in the hood in the Rari.
That's a fact.
And some of them niggas still gonna be your homies. Some of them niggas gonna turn into ops. And them niggas that was already your ops are now plotting on you even harder than they was before. Because
That's
now they know they could get something from you.
That's a fact.
So now everywhere you go, even if you on your chillest and shit as a rapper, nigga, somebody gunning for your ass. So it is more than possible. And more than possible that being a rapper is the most dangerous fucking profession in the game. Like, period.
Word to Jim Jones, Fab, and every other real rapper that's really lit his shit that says it, nigga. That's a fact. I don't care if you're male, female, new or old.
Facts.
It is one of the most dangerous things you can. It's one of the most dangerous occupations I feel like you can put yourself in currently at this moment if you live in America. Maybe not if you in Russia, it might not be the most dangerous job. But if you're in America right now, it's top 5.
Definitely. Up there with being the president. Like, in my eyes,
that's safer. Nigga, police. No.
I was like, police is
quite
safe.
No. Yeah, I was like, no. Rappers, soldiers, firefighters, then police. Yeah. And whoever the fuck you want to put in spot number 5.
I'm gonna put EMTs.
The first responders.
I'm gonna put EMTs in there too.
Because
them niggas get shot at a lot. If you like,
no, fuck that. Corona alone. You number 5.
Our medical professionals, like those. You
number 5.
Yeah, but being a rapper is definitely top 5. Like straight up facts.
And honestly, that's the hip hop in me saying that, because if I was gonna adjust it for the realistic moment in time right now, obviously the people we just said that were number 5 would be number 1. But
I'm gonna name off
top 5.
I'm gonna name off a couple of rappers right now, and I will give you a legit and I would tell you people who probably wouldn't give a fuck about who would get robbed if they just walked in on some crazy shit. If they didn't protect themselves or didn't have a posse or like a motherfucking like security crew. Lupe. Somebody stick up Lupe for his.
Nobody robbing Lupe.
Somebody would stick up Lupe for
that. Who's robbing Lupe fiasco?
Shit.
Who is other than Sony? Who is robbing Lupe fiasco? Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Nigga,
that's a good one.
Other than Sony, who's robbing Lupe, nigga?
I'd rob Lupe.
No, you would. You got kids. You got something to go home to.
Yeah, but if I was like my kid was there and me and my kids,
we ain't talking about what is. You just said you think Lupe could walk outside right now and get robbed. You right now are not the nigga that would rob him. Who do you think in their right mind would see Lupe Fiasco out right now?
If I would rob Lupe Fiasco, nigga, a really hungry nigga would rob Lupe Fiasco without a thought.
Maybe Lupe is 16. Maybe Lupe is 16. 36 or however, I'm assuming he's in his 30s. Let's say 36-year-old Lupe, probably not. I'm not. It's Lupe. Why would you rob Lupe?
I would rob 36-year-old Lupe over 16-year-old Lupe because 16-year-old Lupe don't dress as nice.
16-year-old Lupe. He looked more like a nerd and an idiot.
Yeah, he didn't dress that nice.
You had to rap for me to believe you. 36-year-old Lupe. I already know
young
who you are,
Lupe.
what you did, what you
we
done.
keeping it a bean. Young Lupe was
down.
actually the least robbable Lupe. Because it was like he looked like he didn't have.
He was the hungriest, but he looked like food.
But even when he had money, after daydreaming and kick pushing shit, he didn't start stunting around like he actually had some shit till after the Lasers, and everyone said that album was trash, which it was, and he was like, "Fuck y'all niggas." You know, like up until that point, you didn't really see him stunting anything.
I think Lupe looked like
he didn't even dress that nice.
Too. Personally, I think if we gonna talk about
moments, he's more robbable today than he was. Like, and let's not get this. I fuck with Lupe.
I'm a nigga in Chicago,
and I'm not trying to rob Lupe, but I'm just saying.
If you a nigga in Chicago at 16 in the early 2000s or early 90s, late 90s, when Lupe is, let's say late 90s, when Lupe is 16, Lupe has told you himself on Kick Push and other records about how real hood niggas used to fuck with him about being a little weird skateboard, comic book writing, whatever nigga he is and does, right? The little weirdo.
He's still weird today.
Right.
He hasn't unweirded himself.
We're not talking about the difference in being weird. We're talking about, fucking having to force feed the weird. Like that nigga, street niggas don't fuck with Lupe in terms of him being a nerd, but niggas fuck with Lupe and the street niggas fuck with Lupe in terms of being like a real spitter. Niggas know when Lupe spit, he's spitting about something, even if it don't sound like a hit. You'll still go listen to him if you like hip hop because it's Lupe.
That nigga made a whole song about dinosaurs.
Like you said, what?
That nigga made a whole song about dinosaurs.
He made a whole album about slavery in 3 months ago. I think we talked about that on this podcast when it came out. He made what was that? The Shang Tsung documentary or the Shang Tsung diaries or some shit. Nigga, that nigga
I don't remember.
That nigga made a whole documentary about slavery in the context of like Asian warriors in reverse. That's some dog. I'm not robbing Lupe, dog. Like, who's robbing Lupe?
I'm sorry, but I would rob Lupe.
We moving on.
I would rob Chance too. I would. If he dressed nice.
Speaking of robbing niggas and niggas getting robbed, let's talk about your mans. Why is Meeker Milson sitting up here giving children from his own goddamn hood $20 to split amongst 10 of themselves? This is a nigga that we know throws money at strippers frivolously, spends money. As a matter of fact, he had them niggas a $20 bill outside of a $400,000 car. So let's not talk about what the money he spends. We know some idea of the type of money he makes. We know he ain't broke. We know he ain't Jeff Bezos wealthy, but he ain't starving. How dare you give 20 niggas? How dare you give 10 niggas from your own city? I don't even know if it was in his hood, but from your own city, $20 to split amongst themselves. I understand telling niggas don't touch the car. I understand giving niggas $20 for the water. Cause you don't want it's a $400,000 car. Kids look dirty sometimes. I get it. You ever see a dirty ass kid in the middle of the street and you be like, little nigga, you better not walk up on my shit. I don't care if I'm in a fucking Ford Focus. You better not walk up on my shit. Nigga, you little dirty bastard. Put your fingerprints all on this motherfucking Cheeto dust all on my paint job. Stop.
That's because you're fucking Republican. Fuck you.
No, fuck you, nigga. That's good money. Nigga.
You are a Republican.
That's good money.
Fuck out of here.
That's good money. I don't care if it's 38,000 or 380,000.
You can go to a car wash and pay $2, nigga, to get your shit wiped down.
I don't need no dirty. I don't want no dirty ass white kids or black kids touching my shit because they both dirty. But the thing I'm not doing, if I pull up in a car worth their life or worth more than their life. Worth more. If I pull up in a car worth more than your life and I hand you something worth less than your life out of it and tell you, hey, figure it out. Get your shit together, and then I'll pull off. How you supposed to feel?
You know what? I'm gonna
Not
keep
that
it
that's how
100.
those children felt, but you could tell the little nigga that looked at him. Meek was talking to him. Meek was the one holding the phone, doing this shit. My man's in the back. I think he was the third nigga that asked for $1. He looked at the passenger and was like, "Hey, my man's, you ain't gonna let me get none." He was like, "Nah, I mean,
Nick.
What's up with your man's, dog?" I'm not saying I didn't always see this coming from me, but I kind of always see this coming from me. And I can say that because I really don't care if I ever do something with Meek.
I'm gonna cut Meek some bail.
Rose, maybe, but Meek, I mean,
we don't gotta give niggas money.
I do like him. I'm not a Meek hater. Money. I do like Meek.
You know what I'm saying? That's not going like this nigga could have gave him 10 stacks. Nigga, what's that 10 stacks gonna do for him? You know what I'm saying? Like the money ain't really the motherfucking gem. It's the opportunity that's really the gem. And what Meek has done as far as in the state of Pennsylvania and in the city of Philadelphia as far as prison and law reform, fucking handing out fucking backpacks and school clothes and shoes and shit to the kids and everything like that. He's been given fucking opportunity. Now, you better not dare put coon on me, you coonery ass motherfucker.
Bitch, you sound like more of a coon than I ever sounded like. Are you serious? You trying to justify a multimillionaire giving children that are in the middle of a pandemic, probably don't have shit in their fucking refrigerator, telling motherfuckers split $20 amongst you and your friends? How would you feel if a nigga pulled up on me and you when we was 10 years old while we was trying to sell waters? Nigga, we know got M's. We know he got M's. He pulled up and was like, "Here's a dub, figure it out." We
man,
like,
fuck you, nigga.
Fuck, nigga. I'm not listening to your music no more, nigga. Fuck you. Yeah, all right, we'll figure it out. We just figured out we don't like you, and we're gonna figure something else out too.
And it's time to the grind
because we still hustling like you was. That's why we even do what we out here because we like you, nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah, but if you gave them kids a 10-piece, what?
I'm not saying you gotta give them 10. I'm not saying you gotta give them that much.
Them niggas you ain't gotta.
Matter of fact, we being honest. You ain't entitled. You don't have to give them a fucking dime. You could have pulled right past them with the window up and just nodded. They didn't know who it was in the whip. You just nod and keep going. Keep riding. You didn't do that. You pulled you rolled the window down. You pulled your phone out and you handed out $20. And you know you got at least a couple thousand on you.
It was an inspirational moment to make them children hate Meek Mill so they can better themselves instead of giving them 10 stacks and them niggas gonna go buy a quarter block, and that's what they would have split between them 10 niggas if this nigga would have went inside his stripper stash, which I'm sure was inside of that bitch, and was like,
Bro.
Here the whole bitch.
No,
here you go.
No, the
them niggas is going to go nuts and be like, yo,
the notch you pulled the
we can go buy mad PlayStations, we can go buy mad this, and we can buy a TV this, and one nigga out of that whole group, one of these niggas is gonna be like, no, fuck that. We only got a 10-piece. So what are we gonna nigga? We if I split this. We all get $1,000 a piece?
First off.
Nigga, what the fuck? Wait. What the fuck we gonna do with that, nigga? No, we gonna put this bread together. We gonna go get a quarter block. And once we go get this quarter block, nigga, we gonna break
do that with $20 down. Joseph.
No, I'm saying if he would have gave niggas a 10 stack. So
that's
you did the
obvious.
What I'm saying is he and in that sense, what he would have probably in that moment would have been overall doing was enabling them niggas and giving them the opportunity to do more than this, that, and what $100 would have did what? $100 between 10 of them still would have only been $10 a piece.
Damn, bro, we talking about 6 10-year-olds. We talking about 6 preteens. literally talking about some meek, I love you, nigga, you pulled up, bro, I love you, can you, can you, just it's $1, nigga, but can you? And granted, okay, some niggas might say, well, why them little kids out there begging like that? That shit already don't look good. You can have that argument too. Nigga, we in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah. Your hustle can
How
become
dare
bigger
your
if you got
$1,000,000 ass pull up in your neighborhood.
Your hustle becomes so much bigger
that.
if you do some shit like if you just give away fucking money.
Come
you can
on.
like I said, you not providing them niggas with any more opportunity than they had before,
bro. But you give me
that money ain't gonna last.
You could have threw me a Ben Franklin and been like, okay, that's a real nigga. You could have gave me. It's not like you didn't pull that 20 out of hundreds. It's one thing if you didn't. It's one thing if you the local drug dealer. You're not. Don't tell me that, dog.
And now I'm handing fucking $100 to every single one of these niggas to handle
that's
all,
like
each and every one of
$600 to a nigga that's worth $20 million. What just said earlier with your earlier
and that
point?
$100 doing what? How far are they gonna get that little nigga?
It'll give them hope to know. It'll give them enough hope to know. I bet Jay-Z
can give us can give us more motherfucking value and an opportunity in what he's saying and value and knowledge than he actually could by giving us a fucking $100,000 in straight cash.
Don't disrespect Hov like that. Don't disrespect Hov.
It's the same equivalent. That's my point.
No, nigga. Hov over the early years especially was known to pull up in the hood. You pull up with a truck full of turkeys. You pull up with the most notable thing. You pull up with Oprah. Yeah, the whole block about that. We about to throw a whole block party just because you live on the block. I don't even live over here no more. Let's say fuck the notable shit. You could do you could do the Nino Brown. You could do anything you want to do. But the one thing you cannot convince me is okay is that you pull up and your $500,000, $400,000 car, like even if it was like, I couldn't justify myself doing that. I don't care how dirty you little niggas look. If I think you little niggas look dirty, I just keep riding by.
That's what you.
I'm not even rolling down the window. But if I do roll down the window, I dare not record myself giving, as a multimillionaire, giving someone
how much you giving
who
them kids?
Doesn't have any money themselves because they're a child and their parents, probably don't have no fucking
How much
money.
You giving them kids?
$100 a pop. If I'm a millionaire, $100 a pop. Stop it. I ain't even gotta be a billionaire to $100 a pop. I can have $2 million. If I got $2 million to my name, I'm in Detroit. I pull up in a Tesla just because I'm riding through. I see some little niggas riding on the fire hydrant. They see a fancy car. They run up on my shit, be like, oh shit, busy. Because they just see me through my tent because I got legal tents because I don't want no problem with the police. Motherfucking, what do? Roll down the window. Hey, what you little niggas up to? Trying to stay cool? All right, here, stay cool, nigga. Honey. It could be 10 little niggas out there. I just came out of $1,000. I got M's. The fuck is $1,000?
Yeah, but
to some little kids. Not what the fuck is $1,000? $1,000 is a lot of money. But what the fuck is $1,000 to? No. Yeah, you could have.
Grand?
Yeah, what are 10 6-year-olds gonna do with $10,000? Nothing. But what are each of them gonna do with $100? They're gonna guess what? That keeps me some fans. So that's self-promotion. That's great for me as an artist. On some capitalistic shit, that's me. That's great for me as an artist. Cause now I got 10 little niggas that met me personally. I gave $100 to that they already listened to because they knew me when I pulled up. I got them little niggas for life now. Cause I gave them $100.
You know how many people Eminem probably fucking pissed off through fans that he done pissed off throughout his fucking lifetime that he's met personally.
Me and M stardom wouldn't be the same. Just like Meek and M stardom wouldn't be the same. Don't compare. Don't disrespect Hov and don't disrespect him.
And he's still there. And you know what I'm saying? And he's still here. Still, you know what I'm saying?
Doing made a whole song about how he'll shoot you from his fucking roof if you pull up to his house. It's not the same, dog. M made a whole song with Exhibit about how he will snipe you from his roof if you pull up to his crib. Stop pulling up to my house. I love you. Yes, thank you. But stop pulling up to my house like you don't know who the fuck I am. He literally made that song. Look it up on YouTube for you niggas that's too young and don't know. You know what I'm talking about, though.
Marshall Bruce Mathers III is not shooting anybody today, Bidrick.
Doesn't mean he won't make a song about it.
He's not murdering anybody
for
today,
him,
Bidrick.
at this point, that gets the point across.
I don't even realistically think that if Kim really pissed him off that bad anymore, he would even feel like he had the energy to kill her, stab her, and put her in the trunk today.
Kim.
And go dump her body.
No, at this point, Kim would probably kill him, and he'd be like, I don't care.
I'm about to say, like, this nigga don't got the juice for that fight no more. Like,
not against Kim, but like homeboy that broke in his crib a couple months ago, had he not been caught off guard making a sandwich, he would have had the smoke for that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? That's different. You in my crib.
That's what I'm saying. Had he not been caught off guard making a sandwich, he would have had the smoke for that nigga. Like it's like he would have been ready to square up.
That's
3 in the morning.
That's the funniest shit ever. I'm trying to make a sandwich.
Wonder, nigga, like the fuck. What you doing?
That's how I know you fucking Caucasians and shit. Your ass said to tell on someone. That is the whitest shit ever. Niggas don't even know how to spell Nutella. What the fuck is that? Oh my God. You know what? There's a funny story about Nutella, and I'm gonna let you continue. When I was a kid, I thought Nutella was just a chocolate spread. And I decided, like, shit, nigga, I seen these motherfuckers spread this shit on fucking bagels and shit on the commercials. This shit gonna chocolate spread, this shit gonna be fire. One day, and in my naiveness, I was in Meyer and I decided, shit, I'm gonna buy some Nutella. I did such a thing.
And you're naive.
It was the most fucking disgusting thing. I wanted to throw this bagel.
What?
Like I was so fucking distraught.
Was it disgusting? Wait.
About how disgusting this shit was.
Wait. Was it disgusting because you didn't expect the taste you got because you were expecting chocolate? Or was it disgusting because it was disgusting? Because that's two different answers.
It was disgusting because it was disgusting.
Both.
It was disgusting because it was disgusting.
You. No, I've bitten into Nutella thinking the exact same thing you did, thinking it was chocolate, and was like, the fuck? And I was like, okay. I took another bite, and I took a scoop.
That shit.
Hazelnut is a bitch, nigga. I love hazelnut coffee, so how can I not like Nutella, nigga? Hazelnut coffee is some of the best coffee next to Colombian coffee and like any other dope Italian roast from Starbucks. If I'm gonna shout some shit out that I drank.
Nigga, and of course, and I know you fuck more white women than OJ, so I'm not shocked of the fact that you like Nutella.
No, OJ made a lot more money than me. I don't know if I got there yet. Get back to me in like 10 years. Then maybe.
No, you definitely in OJ territory. You definitely up there.
And I would never let no white woman make me want to kill him. I think anything.
That is a motherfucking bold-faced lie.
It's not true because
that is
I think
true.
if I'm prone to kill any race of woman, it would be Asian because they're too complacent.
We need to beat that out. What's next? What's next on the docket?
Why the fuck is Logan Paul trying to fight? No. We'll get to that in a second. Fucking your man's is pleading guilty to gun charges 10 years after he fucking committed the same crime.
That's your man's. All your heroes are coons, nigga. Don't you dare bring that shit over this way. Fuck you. You can suck.
You loved Lil Wayne until 3 months ago. Fuck you.
Nah.
Oh no, there's proof.
I was a Lil Wayne fan,
like hours,
but it was
like thousands. Shout out to Spotify, the year-end wrap-up. 2 different countries for TN2M. Motherfucking over. They said, guess how many hours of content we've uploaded just this year? And we didn't even record every week this year. We've uploaded over 4,000 hours of content.
Jesus Christ.
Right? That's what I said.
I was about to be like, what, like 400?
4,000
Like,
hours of content of just this.
And for all those people, and this is the moment where I'm going to shout out our Cash Apps.
Busy 93.
Yeah. Jose Ortega 22, because we were not getting paid for none of this shit. Because my co-host does everything in his power to say shit to get us canceled.
No, it's not that. It's the fact that I don't have a license and, things can't be made the way that we want them to be made all the time. But when that gets fixed, whether or not people that watch it want to sponsor it, we'll find a way.
This is your moment to invest in Bistrick's livelihood of, moving without having to be in fear of the police.
Hey,
so invest.
If you want to, I'll go live on Instagram. You can send me a badge like they did Big Draco last week. Motherfucking, if you want me to be able to move as freely as I can go up to Flint. We can shoot it right behind his flag. He can shoot it right behind my flag as I can go and pick him up. Goddamn, we can go back to the old trap we was in and break in that bitch and go shoot it if we have to. If you want to see that, then goddamn it, send some money.
Yeah.
And when I say send some money, I don't mean send it to me. You send it to me by way of yourself so you can get a more quality of show. God damn it. All we do this for is for you. You're literally watching two people that have been friends for years only talk to each other once a week just for your sake, you rotten motherfuckers, but we love you.
Yeah, like real shit, like yeah, like I tend to this as much, like the only thing I feel responsible for is this podcast and my family. So be happy about yourselves.
I ain't got no kids. I just make music and fuck bitches.
He has nothing except his alcohol, weed, and white women. So yeah.
Well, let's not just say white women. I have a thing for white women, but it's not like just white women. It's mostly any woman that I find
mostly white women
attractive. Why are you saying my internet
mostly
connection is unstable? Zoom, don't say that to me. I don't want to fucking.
I think it is because you were like moving in slow motion, and my shit is perfectly fine.
Oh, word. What about now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if it cuts out on you,
don't do the shack and move unnecessarily and shit.
Was that a shack and move?
That's just like I was expecting you to like put your arms out and do stupid shit and like he does.
Anyway,
but yeah, your man's Lil Wayne. Yeah. They putting his coon ass in the prison guard forever now.
I think he getting 10.
He at least getting 5.
I'd say 3.
I would say at the very least he would get a 5.
3.
Because, and the only reason I say it would be at the very least is because it's the exact same crime that he went to fucking prison for in 2009, and there was other shit that wasn't there present because, like, he pled guilty to the weapon charge, to the gun. First off,
we're not even talking about.
You watched Atlanta, didn't you? You finished it.
Hmm?
Yeah, you finished Atlanta, didn't you? Yeah.
Season 2.
He got pulled. He got the same Liberace 1911, yo. Gold-plated 1911.
When they described it in the article, when they described it in the article, that's the one I thought they were talking about. But I was like, no. Then I typed it in, and I'm like, of course he owns that. And of course, that's right next to cocaine, oxycodone, and more weed.
Yeah. Great. Oh, and Lean too. Lean was there too. In the shit. Yeah.
Which, that was the more surprising thing. Which to me was like, that nigga's almost 40, bro. Why are you still doing all of these drugs? I know you. I mean, I know. Like,
This Lil
you're Lil
Wayne.
Wayne. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I know, but you're almost 40, bro.
It's Lil Wayne.
Tone it down a bit, maybe. Maybe not so much coke. Maybe take the pills out the. You can't really take the pills out the equation. You got live shows. I get that, but okay, maybe tone down the coke a lot. He already doesn't drink, to my knowledge. So you talking about weed, pills, and coke, nigga? Can we just stick to like pills and weed, maybe? Maybe no coke, because at some point this is gonna get bad, and we're gonna lose you, and we're not gonna have a good day, no matter how long you stood next to Trump. So a lot of niggas gonna be hurt. This nigga overdose.
How about
I don't want to see that.
How about you just don't have a gun or any type of narcotics with you, Dwayne Carter, when you're traveling via plane, my nigga?
Get the drugs. I get the drugs. Can we just get to a? Yes, I do. But can we get to a point
where Juice WRLD?
That was yes. That's why I get the drugs. That's why I get the drugs. But how many rappers have gone to jail because they forgot they had a gun at the airport? This is an old bit, dog. Like, this is like, seriously.
You had a gold-plated 19. First off,
nigga, you had a private airport. Fuck whatever color gun was. You had a private airport.
I have 1911. It's not gold-plated, and I'll tell you what. If I had a gold-plated 1911, I'm not gonna forget where the fuck I got it.
And I'm also not gonna have it in a bag full of drugs.
No, like, right next to the drugs. Right. All right. First off, I'm gonna be the one to publicly say how much I actually think that Dwayne Carter's a fucking retard. Is he level Kodak Black retard? No, but is he a fucking retard? Yes, absolutely. There's never been a moment in my life where I ever thought like Lil Wayne is actually a very smart person.
No, there never was a moment. There was a time for me.
Because you're retarded. I get it. Like, it's your mental disability. Like, it's your mental disimbalance. It's not your fault. Like, it's not your fault. But still, like, there's never been a moment where you should literally think that Lil Wayne is a smart individual. But for you to be so fucking retarded to keep the fucking gun right next to the goddamn drugs.
And then they catch
I'm having this same conversation. I'm looking like this if I'm one of the niggas that is just getting in the processing. I'm going to jail with you because I'm going through processing because I was on this plane with you. Like, I'm yelling at you right now, like Lil Wayne, like that. You had to have the two things together. If they were in two separate places in the fucking plane, nigga, we could at least half of us could have walked out of here free. You had to walk in this bitch like we was about to go to do a fucking Cuban drug run. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I read the article on
There's white bitches and cocaine and oxy everywhere.
And we in Miami.
What? Oh my God.
Look.
All right.
I read the article.
Continue. All right.
I read the article, right? No. I read the article. The article said, yeah, he had the guns with the drugs in the same bag in a private airport where I've never been to a private airport myself. But if the name...
They're really nice.
I just assume if the name is telling of its own self, that private means it's probably me and a few people showing up to this airport or this specific part of the airport, right? So I say that to myself, and then I say, well, why would you have the guns and the drugs in the same bag? Because, nigga, you're in a bubble. This is Lil Wayne we're talking about. He's in a bubble.
This is worse than my Meek Mill bell. Like, this is worse than that. But continue. I'm entertained. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You've been doing this since you were 11. You the only time you've ever
clearly bad at it.
The only time you've ever experienced any trouble, really, in your life since you were 11, like real trouble, was 11 years ago. And now you're being caught up for the same thing. And when they caught you at this junction in your life, they asked you, were the guns and the drugs yours? On sight, like a real nigga, you said, yes, it's mine. Now, not for nothing, that was by way of an anonymous tip.
So somebody snitching. We'll get to the snitching shit in a minute.
Regardless to how stupid at almost 40 and how high at almost 40 Lil Wayne probably is and always will be, God hold his soul, because we can't lose that nigga. We still love him, even though he makes questionable moves. You don't like him in terms of what he says about his politics and whatnot, but we still love this nigga. We can't lose this nigga when it comes to hip hop. Last thing I want to do is wake up and see Lil Wayne dead. That Dwayne Carter dead at 30 something, 40 something. It's the last thing I want to wake up and see. But nigga,
gonna have a next
when there are anonymous tips happening that you're moving the way you're moving, I feel like maybe you should. It's not like you can do nothing about it now, but maybe you should recalibrate how you moving after we get through this next injunction, and you probably gonna do maybe 3 to 5, because you got off with one. You got off with one, and you only did 8 months last time. And you did a whole build up to it. I don't think Lil Wayne at almost 40 got that same energy to do that build up that he did 10, 11 years ago. I don't think we gonna get that with Lil Wayne going into prison this time.
They gonna get this nigga for at least a 5, in my opinion. Because
I think it'll be 2 to 5 for sure.
Because he facing 10. He getting sentenced next month.
And it's not like he got a long record. So that's why I say 2 to 5. That's why he got 1 the first time and got off at 8. That's why that happened. He going if he go to jail, he's going to PC again. He going to PC again.
But here's the thing about it though. The last time he got caught up for the last gun charge in 2009. Yeah. 8. No, he got caught up in 2008. He went in 2009.
All right.
When he got caught up for that gun charge in 2008, there was drugs and paraphernalia inside of the fucking in the bus in New York where he got caught up. When he got caught up for the shit, he pled guilty to the gun charge, which he did the time for. This second way around, and this, like I said, this was a tour bus when he got caught up in 2008. This is 2020. It's 12 years later, almost like exactly 12 years later. But 12 years later, you get caught up for gun and drugs.
Private airport.
But he had already traveled with the piece. The gun was all guns and the drugs had already legally traveled through the air, through state national lines. They were the stop in Florida was the last stop before getting to California.
Where was he at before Florida?
I was unsure. It didn't say in the article, but they would say that he had already flown.
Just because you flew with a gun doesn't mean it was legal to do it.
Yeah, but you can't fly with narcotics at all.
You can't fly with a firearm at all. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, you already got caught up for the shit on a bus. You're getting caught up shit for a plane, and now we know for a fact that this shit has traveled through airspace. Both. Now you facing big numbers if you try and take this to trial to fight any of the multiple charges now, because you got charges on either how many grams or ounces or pounds or whatever he had on him as far as the narcotic.
They said in the article I read that it was personal use of cocaine, oxycodone, and marijuana. It was
still even personal use. Yeah,
legible,
personal use amount. Florida. You could still.
Florida,
these are still highly chargeable offenses, and these are felony offenses in the state of Florida. State. We're not even talking about federal. State of Florida. Problem. So right now it's all right, you facing if you take this to trial and plead not guilty, you facing like 150 years if they catch you up on everything.
Is that the case?
I probably like embellishing like how many
because I don't. I'm asking because I don't know.
You're facing a shit ton. You
no, yeah, for sure. If they were to charge him for oxycodone, cocaine, marijuana, and felon in possession, at the very least, 10,
he's facing probably like a 5 to 10 piece per count.
Sure. Yeah,
right, like he probably facing like
10,
well, I would say 3 to 10 per count.
But
you know what I'm saying? Like you facing a long time.
But this is Lil Wayne. He has money for lawyers. I'm sure the incident is describable and understandable to a degree. Living the life you live, you know this nigga's record.
From what I read on the,
I wouldn't be surprised if they tossed
XXL's article about it. They were like his lawyers tried to say that he had forgotten that the gun was inside of the bag, even though he's pleading guilty to it. Like he knew the drugs were there, but he forgot the gun was there.
I've done
that. And the gun was actually a Father's Day gift. Now,
okay,
here we go right now. I'm gonna let you a personal insider into if you're legally selling or purchasing a firearm. Period. Right. This is an insider. This is legal law.
Right.
Anytime you buy a firearm, and specifically, this is for Father's Day, Christmas, birthday, it don't fucking matter. Anytime you buy a firearm with an intention as a gift for someone else, you are committing a felony out the fucking gate. Why? It's called a straw purchase. Even if that person has a CPL, a hunting license, whatever the fuck. If I buy, like, for example, I have multiple firearms. Let's say you say, yo, I'm gonna, like, you get your CPL. And I'm like, you know what? Next birthday, I'm gonna go buy Busy a motherfucking 9. Buy him a piece. I get you something, right? Me doing so, even though I could get it to you, sign it over, and everything like that, and now it's in your possession, it's legally yours. In that fact, what I just did was I committed a felony. Just alone. So with that saying, like, oh, it was a gift, that's a felony on itself. They could, now, like, the government could go.
Why is it a felony to gift a firearm to somebody?
Because whatever, when you have to go through those type of measures to, like, legally purchase a firearm from a FFL dealer or a legally licensed firearms dealer, you have to go.
To say you're saying a lot of shit. Quick, what the fuck is an FFL dealer?
Yeah, exactly what I just said. Legally licensed firearms dealer.
Okay.
Yep. When you go through shit like that, you have to go through the proper paperwork and protocol, because that serial number has to be directly attached to you for who owns that weapon. So if my gun comes, like, if I purchase a gun and it comes up stolen or whatever, and it's, it's used in a crime, and someone uses that in a crime or what the fuck ever, they can see the serial number, like, oh, Jose Ortega was the owner of this weapon. It's not in his possession during the crime. It's purported stolen.
That makes sense.
But I am the purchaser. I am the person that owned the weapon, and illegally it should be in my possession.
Right.
So whatever happens to it outside of, like, within my possession would be completely liable to me.
So why is there any paperwork, or is there? Maybe I misunderstood you. Why, or is there any paperwork involved in giving someone a gun? When you give someone, is there paperwork involved?
Yes.
Then
now,
why?
The loophole is this: almost like how you're not supposed to give someone a car and go, like, when you go to the DMV or Secretary of State here, they'll say, like, well, like, if you bought a car, like, secondhand, and they'll ask, like, how much did you pay for it? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you have to go through, like, all right, you paid X amount and do all the title shit.
Huh.
It's almost the same thing with purchasing a gun. I have to have a form to pretty much like almost like a transfer of title to the where I have to yep, that I have to fill out, you know what I'm saying, and this, that, and the other. And I like you sign over and everything like that as far as a purchase. Swap out, it's like swapping out, like I said, like swapping out pink slips or something of the sort. So you get like it's a loophole to it because I can buy it for you and I could do that, but still a felony was in place. And at that point, and for Wayne specifically, Wayne is a felon. He cannot be in possession of a firearm, period, for no reason whatsoever, meaning he can't have a shotgun in his crib to protect himself. That is federal. Like he lost that option. That's gone now, period. You cannot be in possession of a firearm. You were. So he gets caught up on that shit. Now, for the person, like I said, the government could go stupid ham and be like, nigga, who the fuck bought you this gun?
Well, see, that's my question. That's my question for Wayne. If I'm Lil Wayne's lawyer right now, my question is, why did you even have it on you? Even if it was a gift. You're Lil Wayne. You couldn't find nobody to pay to drive that bitch to you.
I know some niggas that motherfucking would defend Wayne with their own guns for free.
That's what I'm saying. So you couldn't find nobody to come to you, grab this bitch, and then bring it to wherever you trying to go without you having to travel with it yourself. And then if he sat there and told me it was a gift, I'd be like, get ready to go to jail, nigga. Because you're stupid. That is stupid. That's stupid. And look, as a nigga that's been personally, I've been caught up for the same charges twice before. I know what it feels like. You feel like an asshole when it happens to you. You feel like an idiot. It's not that you didn't learn the lesson. It's not that you don't know what's going on. It's not that you don't understand the severity of the crime. Sometimes you just do some stupid shit. And in my personal introspection, I would think maybe just shooting some bail here might be valid, might not be. But if I'm already on cocaine, oxycodone, and weed and lean, yeah, I might forget there's a gun in my bag. Maybe not me, but maybe that could happen.
I'm sorry, Bizdrick.
But I'm
gonna pay you a huge compliment, and I'm gonna insult Lil Wayne at the same time. So be ready. I in no way believe, Bizdrick 93rdson, that even in your legal namesake, which I would not say.
Thank you.
In your most stupidest manners and most fucked up manners, and even in the moments where I've known you personally to be extorted.
Okay.
There is no moment where I believe for a second
that's not a thing.
That you are in any way as mentally impaired as motherfucking Dwayne Carter. Therefore, I would never put on you to be like, I would be ashamed to know you if I knew you got caught up for a gold-plated 1911 that you had in a bag full of all type of illegal narcotics sitting right next to each other.
If I was the Lil Wayne of the group, would you?
First off,
you would just be like, all right, well, I guess you gotta sit down for a minute. You do shit like that sometimes. Like, yeah, we wasn't with, and it would be probably one of those situations where you were Ace, my bad, George, probably wouldn't be with me, George or Ace. Neither one of the three of you niggas would be with me if I'm high enough and I'm leaving somewhere and I fucking just got some shit. I ain't thinking about it. I'm fucking.
Let's be clear. I think if all of us within House of Spades,
I can see myself doing it. Put it like that.
All of us within House of Spades on the upper high level. I thought about this when I was thinking when I saw the Wayne shit. I was like, you know what? We would definitely be the equivalent of Dipset. Because I would definitely see and this is no offense to George, I see George being so mentally just in the zone with some shit, got out of an argument, just kind of like rushing out of the house and just went to the airport and was like, oh shit, the gun's in the bag. And ends up on the Joel Santana. I believe George could end up in that. George, I could pull that because he would have all like his circumstance sometimes lead to like him doing dumb shit. So
I
it's
don't
like
know if it would be
I would buy that from him. I
It
would
wouldn't
buy
be a
that from
gun.
him.
I don't think it would be a gun. For him, it would be drugs. It would be like a fucking weed pen or something, or like a bag of
Regardless,
coke or some shit. And he'd be like,
regardless,
"Oh, I forgot I had that nickel bag
buy.
left over."
Yeah, but I would buy his
Like-
because of just how sometimes he sporadically moves and thinks, because it's like he's pulled in so many different directions, and sometimes he gets mad because of his situation, and then he's like, he just does some shit. So it's like sometimes I understand it. I like, and for his circumstance, I would understand it.
That's literally what I'm saying, though.
I'm definitely Jones, but
wait, who the fuck am I?
Cam.
How am I Cam? I thought I'd be Jim.
No, I'm definitely Jim. Definitely Jim. Definitely Jim.
Wait, so who is George?
Joel's. You don't even guys think about it. It's actually kind of just like written.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, you might be kind of right. All right. Yeah, we'll talk about that off camera. You might
we'll talk about that later. But
you might be kind of right.
But with that being said, it's like because of his how like Van and Ace George is never in the mindset that Wayne is in. You know what I'm saying? Like Wayne is more or less like he does whatever is possible to slow his brain process thinking down. So
because his creativity is
of all things, if it takes me 20 minutes to get up out of the motherfucking couch because I'm so fucking high, I'm sure within that 20 minutes I've thought of, damn, Shawty did buy me that gun last week. That shit in the pink bag. Nah, that shit ain't in there. All my drugs is in there. Maybe I should check that. Nah.
That's if you get a moment. Like,
that's probably exactly what the fuck happened.
Yourself. That's if you get a moment to yourself. That's if you get a moment. Imagine Wayne probably might have woke up late, was on the way with another bitch, was like, shit. Yo, where's such and such at? Fuck. All right, we'll make it work. Fuck it. All right, I'm gonna just bring it with me. Nigga, you can't do that. I got it. Cool. All right, bring the bag with me. And then an anonymous tip, because obviously somebody doesn't like Lil Wayne. Somebody does not like. That's at the root of what we're talking about. Somebody just don't like Lil Wayne. I don't know if it's because of Trump shit or what it is.
We gonna talk about
somebody just don't like this nigga.
We talked about that shit.
What?
But
yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean,
we ain't talking about the snitching yet, but yeah, nigga, something like whoever. I think honestly, this is what I think it was, and it's because I don't know anything else to tell me nothing different, so I'm gonna speculate. So 99% of this might be bullshit, or 100% of it might be truth. So I'm gonna go spit my shit.
Nah, I'm letting millennials.
Wherever he was, you know what I'm saying? Wherever he was at before he ended up in Miami. Now, I may believe that either a text message or a personal altercation, whether it be with a male or female, possibly went or occurred badly. Now, during this, and that's why I think maybe it was somebody that was there personally that seen the gun inside of the bag with the drugs. And whoever he might have slighted, whether in that moment, in the past or whatever, that was looking to catch this nigga slipping, once they did, it was on and popping. Because once he landed, them niggas was searching.
I don't know if it was somebody from the inside. I think it was somebody that is close to the inside, kind of like we was talking about earlier. I think there's a pillow talking element to this. There's somebody that Lil
there's a
Wayne
40.
knows. I think there's a 40 in the Young Money. That's not money.
Is it
me?
possible? Is it possible that it may be 40 again? Ooh.
I don't think Wayne would let 40. That's close to his circle.
Yeah, but what about the bitching? But we've all known now because of Pusha T's knowledge.
Niggas do like to fuck other niggas' bitches.
Yeah, and Wayne has been public about he trying to fuck every girl in the world. So you know he fucks some of Pusha T's bitches is because he don't like that nigga. And yeah, and he might have just just in a crossfade fuck, he might have just fucked one of 40's bitches just because.
Let me be a personal testament to the fact that you can and will fuck a lot of women on cocaine, pills, and marijuana. That is a
Girls on
deadly
drugs
combination.
Are the best. They are the best. They are the greatest.
No, if you do them, if they do them, if you do them together, there is a element of greatness, I should say.
I'm kind of ashamed of myself a little bit in the soul to say that Girls on Drugs by Wale is like one of the songs that resonates with me the most because I understood exactly what the fuck he was talking about. Like exactly to the T. Like in the moment, I understood. It was like, damn, son.
You know,
I feel you. I feel you. I feel you 100. I feel you.
I've recently dealt with someone that was experiencing recovery and then relapsed and then recovered and then relapsed. And
was it all your fault?
No, ironically, right? No, it wasn't my fault. It was just personal shit. And it became a thing where I saw it kind of from the outside looking in, on like just as a friend, because it was more so of a friend thing. Like like just outside looking in, like, oh shit. So that's what that looked like again. Like I guess that's what it looked like when like you trying to do it that way. Cause like, you know what somebody look like when they fucking around with some shit. If it's on some regular shit.
I know what I'm about to say, I know what a drug zombie look like off the rip.
Not necessarily a zombie, but just somebody like, they fucking with that shit. Like, something off. You know something off. And it might be getting to that point, but just seeing it like where it's like recovery and then not that, and then the struggle to get back to that shit just like just watching it from like a friend perspective. I've seen that recently. It's just like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, are we saying free Lil Wayne? Because I want to get off of this. Are we saying free Lil Wayne?
I'm not. No.
You're not saying free Lil Wayne anymore.
No. You know what? This is shout out to all the people that hate us on the Joe Budden podcast and love us on the Joe Budden podcast Reddit. Me and him feel the exact same way about the fucking the No Ceilings 2 joint. Like, I mean, what was it? Not No Ceilings 2. What was the last mixtape that just came out?
3.
Yeah. Well,
No Ceilings 3.
Was it 3?
Yeah, No Ceilings 3.
Yeah. I haven't gotten and listened to it, and the reason why I'm just like,
I've heard half of it. It's pretty good,
but
it's what you want from Lil Wayne.
But here's the thing:
he's rapping.
Me and Joe both feel like, are we not over the coonery and shit over the Trump shit? So I'm not listening to his album.
I was never paying that shit no attention. This is Lil Wayne we're talking about.
Yeah, but overall, I do think he's like. He said enough coon. He said like 3 or 4 coon enough statements for me to be like, oh, you a coon for it. Like this wasn't an isolated
talking
incident.
To a man that's on cocaine, oxycodone, and weed and lean codeine at any given time.
Kanye West legit has a medical condition, and I think he's a fucking coon.
You think Lil Wayne is not walking around here undiagnosed? I think he is. Fuck that. I'm not talking about the drugs. I'm talking about an undiagnosed mental thing. You think he's not walking around here undiagnosed in need of some kind of medication? I think he is. This nigga's been doing this shit since he was 10. Yeah,
absolutely.
He might be
needs
a little
some type of medication.
He might be a little off.
He had the medication right next to the goddamn gold plated 1911.
Well, that would have been there. He'll never have that again. But gift or not,
I'm not saying free Lil Wayne. I'm not saying free Lil Wayne.
I'm still saying it. I'm still saying it.
I'm not saying keep Lil Wayne. But what I'm gonna say is this.
I'm still saying free Wayne, damn it.
I'm saying this, Bishop 93rd. Fuck DJ Vlad.
Of course. Always.
I'm saying that. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave Wayne B in his coonery and whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens to him, happens to him. I'm glad he ain't snitching. That's still real. So yeah.
Okay, let's just cut through the fat.
Vlad.
Let's just cut through the fat. We're
cutting through the fat.
I don't want to spend a lot of time on Vlad. I don't want to take up a lot of time on our shit. I don't want to take up a lot of time in your life if you ever experienced with a Vlad interview.
Yeah, I kind of want to get over it because until we started talking about this, I didn't realize how much my heart rate was rising. And just like I hate Vlad, bro. like Vlad is that person. So Vlad is that motherfucker that it's real shit. Like if I seen him in the club or in the bar, and it was a straight beeline to him, but I had to punch like 6-7 niggas, like for a fact. I had to punch 6-7 niggas and knock them out before I get to Vlad. I have already made my decision that I am going to do it.
I feel it.
This is going to be a fucked up night. We're going to jail if we can't run out of here after I fuck Vlad up. But if we can get out of here, nigga, get the car. Because I'm about to fuck Vlad up.
All I'm saying,
it's one of them. Like, fuck Vlad.
All I'm saying is, look, not for nothing. Like I said, let's
niggas fell for it.
Let's cut through the fat. Let's cut through the fat. Let's cut through the fat. That should be the name of a segment, nigga. Goddamn it. Let's cut through the fat. Vlad has been. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? He has been
culture vulture.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. No. He has been an unofficial CI/op to the culture for years. Niggas have been saying this for years. Niggas have been watching these interviews for years. And every one of you rap niggas that come on there and you get indicted or you fuck around, you go to jail, or rest in peace to you, you get killed. And you go on there beforehand talking some shit. It's 9 times out of 10, not for nothing. I'm not putting this blood on Vlad's hands. I'm just saying, street niggas know a fed when they see them. So you could do a Pee Wee Long Way. You could do a you could do a Bert Kreischer and be completely innocent and just not know what you're getting yourself into. And Bert Kreischer by no means is a street nigga. He's a comic, a white comic that just loves the culture. But he'll just talk. And any nigga that know about Vlad, no, you cannot just go on the show and just talk. Especially not about your real life. You have to be discreet. If you don't know the definition, look it up if you're young. Be discreet. Don't not take the interview. I would love to take an interview with Vlad. I'm not saying I wouldn't take. I would take an interview with Vlad, but you know why? I know how to talk to the nigga. I know what he gonna ask me because I know what he gonna look up. So I know what to say. But I'm doing it for the views because it's the exposure. I know how to talk to Vlad. Sir, something if you've been paying attention by now, if Casanova, free Cass, free 2 times, if Casanova, free Taxstone, goddammit, if Casanova did not teach you anything, do not talk to DJ Vlad. And if you do, don't talk about shit you did or are doing. What's wrong with you?
According
I would love to take an interview with DJ Vlad. I personally, Busy 93, would love to take an interview with DJ Vlad. And if for some reason he dug up and found some shit that I know for a fact he has no way of knowing, and he asked me a question about it, I'm gonna sit there and be like, yeah, that's crazy. Wow. and I'll answer it in an appropriate manner. Because I'm not fucking retarded.
Me and Vlad can't occupy the same space.
I'm not saying I would want to, but you see how he do, just like a CO or a CI, just like a motherfucker. You see that motherfucker is never in the room when you doing the interviews. It's always over a phone call. I'm imagining somebody else is probably on that phone call these days. It's not just Vlad and you. I thought something was weird when fucking I seen Boosie doing all them interviews. I'm like, why is Boosie sitting down with Vlad so much? Boosie a real nigga. He know what the fuck is up. Why the fuck is he keep sitting down with this nigga?
Yeah, and Bill
and then
Cosby
he got shot.
recognized.
And I wonder, he running around his property right now on an automated wheelchair. The video came out a couple days ago. Boosie, I'm talking about. I wonder if Boosie gonna sit back down with Vlad anytime soon. I wonder. I just wonder.
Vlad is the police.
No, but he doesn't not help them when they come looking.
Look. There's reasons why I understand certain people don't fuck with Six God. But Six God has been on the record saying, even in what motherfucking what Charlamagne used to call him what a like of what an albino white girl or some shit.
An albino thumb, I think.
Whatever the fuck he used to say. It was a poke at Drake's sensitivity. And
he called him Aubrey, the white girl. So it was something like that.
Something crazy
with
shit.
Aubrey and being it was Aubrey something. It wasn't albino. Yeah. It was Aubrey.
Well,
something.
whatever the fuck. Whatever Charlamagne used to
say.
It
was a thumb with eyebrows. He said he used to say he looked like a thumb with eyebrows.
That. Anyway, I don't believe Drake is talking to the police by no means.
No.
I like keeping it 1,000%. I don't think that Cass would knowingly talk to the police.
I don't think any rapper that snitched on themselves to Vlad has knowingly talked to the police.
But
I think niggas have said shit to Vlad that they didn't realize they were saying to Vlad that the police then turned around and looked at and was like, oh, so that connects to that other thing. And then the next thing you know, you indicted on some shit. I think that's how that happens.
Yeah. Vlad, see, this is my personal hatred towards Vlad. I no longer conduct interviews, but I enjoy doing so. My conduction is to the cerebral of the artist and why they create the art and the art they create and how good it is, how good it maybe isn't, why they create it. That's what it's about for me. The enjoying of the art between consumer and I guess influencer to artist. So it's
influencer in there.
I wouldn't throw that in there either. I don't really like that word. Not that, but the point. Anyway, it's the bond over the music. I feel Vlad has always searched for the clickbait, the dirt, the grimy story.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what TMZ.
Yeah, but he also and this is what I forgot who did the interview with him, but somebody, I forgot who the fuck it was. It bothers me now. I can't remember, but told Vlad pretty much about himself. Was like, niggas, like some niggas.
I know.
Yeah, like he was like, some niggas you can finesse. Like he was like something like some of these like he was like something like just like you said, you know how to talk to Vlad. He was like, he was like, nigga, I just know how to speak to you. He was like, I know how to.
But I mean, if you paid attention over the last 10 years, literally the last 10 or more years, I've been watching Vlad since I was in high school, my nigga. That's 10 or more years. I'm not gonna tell y'all niggas my age. If you know, you know. That's 10 or more years, my nigga. I've been watching Vlad off and on that long to where he either to from where I didn't know who he was at all to where I watched it all the time to where it's like, oh, this nigga still on that. Because at a certain point, a few years ago, I started to see, oh, this nigga asks a lot of unnecessary questions that don't do nothing about a nigga album, nothing about a nigga musical movement. But you got a lot of questions about how I shot at that nigga in my hood. Why? Why?
I have, and that's the thing. I noticed, like, for example, I watched a lot, I watched Vlad interviews too back in the day. I watched a lot of motherfucking Charlemagne interviews because I'm a fan of Charlemagne. But the thing wasn't that was a consensus. What Charlemagne was saying was something that was different with a lot of other artists and just people he would have on there, period. Which was with Charlemagne, the same story was sometimes told in other podcasts or within his life or in his book or whatever as a continuant. Like it was something consistent, meaning there was this lesson learned story and he was free as an open book, no charges. Like he wasn't, there's nothing to get from
about
him.
The charges multiple times on the radio, on the podcast. He told you about them.
Yeah, like he been there, done that. Everything.
Not saying there's nothing wrong with Charlemagne. Charlemagne does his own shit, but he told you about that.
But he, like I'm saying, open booked it. There was nothing for Vlad to fish for because it was like open. There's nothing you can do to me. Nothing really wrong. It's like, and Charlemagne is one of those people in his in his book.
What are you talking about?
Own your truth. There's like, you know what I'm saying? Own your truth. There's a whole chapter on that shit. And you know what I'm saying? And it's the same fucking equivalent. Now I've seen plenty of rappers as well. And this is where like me and Vlad would differ. Where there wasn't really nothing spicy to talk about. And he fished that moment. He brought that moment even out. And if you watch a whole Vlad interview, not the clickbait 15-minute snippet shit, could them interviews be like an hour and some change? You see the 15-minute snippet shit of the sloppy joint or what the motherfucking other shit, and the rest of the motherfucking hour of the interview ain't nothing. But he fished for that one moment. If he watched the whole thing, it would be, remember, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then he would, but what about that one time that you and you, and then
let me circle back.
But I interviewed so and so a month, and this is what I hate too. And they said,
let me circle back to my Boosie.
And now you put a motherfucker in a situation where it's like I'm not looking at you at the you're not wearing a badge or a suit or nothing like that. So I'm not looking at you physically like the police, but now you bringing something to my attention that now I have to clarify. And there we fucking go.
Let me circle back on my Boosie point. Where was the first place you saw Boosie saying something that was then blown up and considered as homophobic and transphobic?
Vlad. That was where the clip came from.
Stop it. Stop it. This nigga's not with us. Stop it. Stop it.
Like this,
I ain't even on no Dame Dash culture vulture shit, but he's something like it.
He been a culture vulture. He been an op. He's been everything that the game has not needed, and that's why. Even like, for example, like
that's what you pulled from everything.
We made fun of it. We made episodes about it. We had our hee ha ha funny because we're in the content business. What the fuck we do, and I'm glad that you people that listen to it and subscribe. Shout out to y'all and the 2 countries and shit that listen to our show
here in England. So shout out to both of you.
Yeah, man, y'all across the pond. Shout out to y'all.
You know what? I don't know. Not to cut you off. I don't know if fucking Anchor and Spotify are fully conjoined because Anchor told me that we fucking doing pretty good in Ireland too. So maybe Ireland's the second country. That's in Europe, but I know it's somewhere in Europe we're doing pretty good in. Here,
maybe
and
they count
then
the UK as one whole thing.
anchored. I mean, I don't know. Is Ireland in the UK?
Yes.
All right, in the UK. Fuck it. There we go. Moving on.
Oh,
Back to your point.
what was I talking about? Boosie, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Boosie.
Oh, yeah. So
talking of Vlad, why
Boosie,
he was looked at as transphobic.
Yeah. That's it. Like I was saying, that situation didn't need to happen.
And why he probably got shot.
Not for nothing. Possible.
Like I said, I just want to see if Boosie's gonna come back. You said where?
All right, it's possible. You got shot in Texas, right?
I think so. Yeah. Same week Benny and them got shot in Texas.
Yeah, it was. Yep. So it's possible. It's possible.
That's what I say. I don't know. I think. Well, was Benny not on there?
No.
Let me do my Googles.
I think he did Tim Westwood.
Let me do my Googles. I could.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe I saw that.
Tim
Maybe
Westwood.
I didn't. Benny. I said Bunny. Wow.
By the way, Bad Bunny's album, both of his albums are really great this year. I know that some of you people probably don't understand Spanish, but if you fuck with Jose Ortega, then you do understand Spanish and shit. So check out Bad Bunny albums.
What that say?
Which is hard.
What that say? What that say?
Oh,
what that say?
Oh no, Benny, no!
What that say?
No! You
niggas got shot in the same state. Not for nothing, and we not shouting out Joe Budden shit here, but am I not dot connecting by chance?
That was actually the title of their last podcast, by the way.
That's why I said that.
Oh, you said you was behind in them shits, but yeah, that's definitely that makes a man. That's deep.
Benny and Boosie get shot in the same state in the same week, and they both did interviews with the same nigga, talking about hood nigga shit that they probably shouldn't have been talking about on camera. An hour long or more interviews. I know Boosie.
That was an hour. Was that hour and 13 minutes?
That was Benny shit. Boosie shit I know was like 48, 49. Stop it.
Oh no, we gotta get Vlad the fuck up out of here, dog. You can't be getting niggas in Griselda Pop or Boosie.
Stop it.
Stop
talking to Vlad.
Stop this shit right the fuck now. All right, I'm done with Vlad. I'm done with Vlad because like my cholesterol and my blood pressure is going up and shit. And he's one of the very few people that I actually hate on this planet outside of Daniel Hernandez. Let's talk about are you buying one of the Jay-Z weed kits?
Isn't every joint a hand-rolled joint? No, I'm not paying $50 for a hand-rolled joint. I respect it. I love it. But I know what I'm getting. I just paid $35 for a gram of some Backpack Boys, motherfucking the other day. I smoke so much weed, I can't tell the difference. So why would I pay $50 for a strain of some weed that's hand-rolled? That's probably what, 25, 35%? Nigga, no, I'm not paying $50 for that.
I said the same exact shit. Like there was a moment where I was like, yo, this is right. This is really the reason why you shouldn't listen to so much like Rock Marciano and like Busta Rhymes and shit back to back.
To the nigga Rock.
Man, that Mount Marcy joint is fucking amazing. My God. Anyway, I listened to Mount Marcy and fucking Busta Rhymes Extinction Level event part 2 back to back, and I was like, you know what, man, maybe I should, just because it's black owned and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Just because you said,
you know what I'm saying? Like get the money like back to, you know what I'm saying, our peoples and shit, and like who don't fuck with Hove, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Hove engine, you know what I'm saying? I'm Falcon in this bitch, you know what I mean? Like, and then I was like, You know damn well you smoke that weed, you ain't gonna be no higher than you are right now when you smoking right now.
Fact.
You gonna be hurt, and I'm like,
you ain't even
like,
gonna be
facts,
higher for like
facts.
a minute.
Yeah.
You just gonna be just as high as you normally are.
Yeah, and I'm just like, facts. I'm gonna be hurt.
Stupid. It
I'm gonna be
sound
hurt as
good.
hell.
It smell
I'm gonna
good.
be
It
hurt.
look good. Ain't worth the money
Yeah.
though.
and it's like, damn, it would be like dope to have like the fucking Jay-Z like weed box and shit, you know what I'm saying, with the cartridge, you know. But it's like, dog, I can't do it. I can't do it, Hope. I can't.
That nigga said 20. That nigga said
And I've
2
seen
grams for 40, 4 for 70.
And
I feel like that's how he sold crack. Is it just me? I feel like that was his old crack prices, but he applied it to like the current day weed market. Like I feel like that was his crack price strategy.
I probably 100%. Probably because I just couldn't. I was like, no, Hov, I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm not doing it.
And I seen and here's the thing.
Motherfuckers at the dispensary I go to, we try to talk me into $20 pre-rolls. No.
I've put together some of the most primo cones I've ever seen in every like size cone that you can possibly fucking think of. And that shit look primo every time. Not a bowl.
Maybe we just know how to roll.
Not a bowl.
Some people don't know how to roll.
Not a gap.
That's a real pandemic. That's another pandemic out here in these streets.
Yeah, but man,
bitches, especially bitches. Bitches don't know how to roll out here. Bitches be buying pre-roll. I think bitches might be the main concern. Women, I'm sorry, not bitches. Women, female cannabis consumers might be the main customers of or consumers of pre-rolls. Because most women, and not most, I'm not even gonna say most, a lot of women, because I've met a lot of girls that don't know how to roll weed.
Facts. But still, I couldn't ever in my soul justify like buying one of those pre-rolls because I'm like, I roll a pre-roll better than that. I'm sorry.
Or just as good at the very least.
I seen a post by not Snoop Dogg, by Ice Cube that said, like, bro, I've been rolling them shits for pennies on the dollar for like the last 15 years.
You want me to pay 50 of them?
Right? Like, what? Like, you got me fucked up.
And it's not that it's whole. Like I said, the fact that it's whole.
Like, I love you, Hov.
If you can afford it, buy it. But that's one thing.
Damn, Hov.
Hey, look, my nigga, I give you $13, $14 a month for title. You can't get me with the hand. Like, I'm not that. I'm a hustler like you.
Know
like,
what?
You're not gonna get me with that one.
I'm gonna keep it a beam. I'm gonna keep it a beam. This is a bag for you, Hov. I'm gonna throw Hov a bag right now.
Watch your mouth. Hold up. Don't talk crazy now. Hold on. We
get niggas who are title prescription on title subscribers and shit. A 10% discount off the motherfucking what's it like Monarch or whatever, like give them like 10% off. 10% ain't a lot.
Monarch is only available because I looked it up today. It's only available in California right now. So if you're not in California, you can't just get some hand rolled Jay-Z brand joints.
Still,
and we're not in California, so that's not really a good.
I'm still saying, like, even if you a anyway, if you a California resident, nigga. If you a title subscriber, throw the niggas 10% off.
I don't think they going through all of that at title.
Nigga, I'm just saying.
They going through all of that.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that's not a knock against title. That's just saying I don't think Jay is gonna be like, hey yo, if our fucking California subscribers subscribe to the monolith, the Monarch shit, and then they put it together, I don't think they gonna make them go through all
man.
I don't think
man, yeah. Because then you
put it like this. I wouldn't put my tech, I guess that'd be your tech team. I wouldn't put my tech team through that because that sounds like too much for a little bit. That's not worth going through. Not when you're that small. When you can expand to the whole West Coast, maybe.
Think of how many Cali niggas would be pulling up on the bad bitches and shit with the goddamn, like, with the motherfucking pretty ass fucking box and shit The slide up with the motherfucking 4 pre-roll joints in that bitch when you just going to go kick it with
Didn't
a chick
Hov
like
tell
right after
you-
the hookah spot. Like,
Didn't Hov tell you on David Letterman?
you get in the drawers and you just slide that bitch up like,
Didn't Hov tell you on David Letterman he don't even like Young Forever like that? Stop describing Young Forever, nigga. He don't even like that song like that. Stop it.
I don't like that song like that.
He don't like that song like that, which is more important.
I actually think that's one of the worst Hov songs.
He said that, and you just described that song. Stop it. You literally just described that song. And all the pretty girls just happened to stop by in the hood. They cooked their pretty ass up on the hood of that pretty ass car. And we look by entertain. There's no day.
Yeah, but now you smoking Hov weed now.
Just the whole
now Hov,
nigga, stop it.
Hov is helping you get the draws now, bruh. I'm telling you, there's certain niggas that like that haven't like really warmed the bed for niggas. And now Hov has the ability to do that with the expensive weed pack. But now if you throw the nigga to 10% because I'm already giving you $30,000 a year in title subscriptions, then yeah, nigga.
I guess
throw a nigga 10%.
I guess
Jesus.
I guess that makes
That's all I'm saying. Like, give me a 10. Give me a 10. Help a nigga out. Help a nigga out. Throw me a 10% on the joint pack and shit while I had a Smokey Robinson come on and shit while I'm trying to get the draws from this auntie. Help a nigga out, ho.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I don't want it that bad. I don't need the hand rolled monogram joint that bad. Monolith, whatever it is, monogram. Yeah. I don't need it that bad. I know what it is. I know what that $50 is.
Feel you. I'm not doing you. I feel you. But this is now what we call in industry, weed industry, designer weed. So
designer crud.
Whatever, nigga. It's now Louis. It's now Louis. So if you a California nigga and you trying to impress Shawty and shit,
bitch, I got that
now you have the ability to impress Shawty with the designer motherfucking monogram weed. That's going, you know what I'm saying? You got the Louis weed that you bring into the crib, and now you just had a 10% discount.
Okay, let's say said Shawty is smoke like us. So that monogram ain't gonna be nothing special per se, right? So if it ain't nothing special, what the fuck is the party about? What you look like inviting a bitch over for some weed that's 18% when she stays smoking that real? She stay smoking that backpack, boys. The fuck you gonna do when you pull up with that motherfucking OG? Nothing. She gonna look at you like that's it? Get away from me. You got that mid. You got that mid, boy. Get away from me.
And that's the moment when you know a real one from a fake one. So we gonna wrap this motherfucker up because my shit's about to die.
And I gotta take a piss.
Yeah, I'm like at 4%.
Oh, real quick. Floyd versus Logan. Who you got?
Floyd, he don't play offense.
All right, and Keisha Cole versus Ashanti. That's happening tonight when this comes out. Who you got?
Yeah, Keisha. And a close one too.
See, my first instinct was Keisha, but I kind of want to say Ashanti, but I feel like it might be Keisha. We'll talk about it next week. I gotta pee. Busy 93 on everything. r/TN2M on the Reddit and
Jose Ortega. You know what I'm saying? TN2M_Ortega on everything and shit. You know what I'm saying? Episode 135, Millennials podcast. Don't forget, Carol Baskin kills people. LeBron James plays basketball. We talk. And we will be back next motherfucking week with episode 136 for that ass. We out this bitch.
Peace.
Hurt.